Welcome to Warp Zone. In this video of the Diary of a Puzzle Gamer mini vlog, we're going to talk about a puzzle by USopoly, 1,000 pieces inspired by the classic Super Mario Bros. Game, in which our Italian plumber is jumping over the tubes and choosing where to go next in the Warp Zone. This is 1,000 pieces. It's a puzzle that I chose precisely because it looked challenging, which it is. I had solved an easy or relatively easy puzzle right before this one, and I thought, I'm ready for the challenge. And so, of course, when I saw the image online, I knew that was going to be hard because all of the brick areas here looking exactly the same, and of course the black. Some people fear skies in puzzles. I don't. I love skies in jigsaw puzzles, and this is going to be the ultimate sky because no nuance, no cloud to help you at all, just solid black. So the puzzle was challenging, but I have also to tell you it was challenging in the wrong way. So it was challenging in a way that became frustrating. Not because there is a lot of black sky of solid color. That I knew from the image. I knew it was going to be like that. Not even because of the crazy cut. It is one of those puzzles with irregular cuts. As you can see, the shapes of the pieces are entirely regular, and that also can be interesting, can be a fun challenge. The problem, what made this puzzle frustrating and not the right kind of difficult, the fun kind of difficult, is the fact that the fit was very loose. So between the fact that many pieces are the same color, loose pieces meant that a lot of pieces that were wrong look like they were in the right position. Only you got to a point where there was no piece that could fit. Then you went back, and although some pieces looked okay, you just try somewhere else and they would fit there too. So what is great when a puzzle is challenging is when it's hard to find the right piece. But redoing a puzzle, going back, questioning everything you did, take down entire sections, and put in pieces that look almost exactly the same, but this time they're right, to me that is frustrating. Having to redo puzzles because the wrong piece looked right in a location, to me is just frustrating. It's not the kind of fun that I had. And this happened all the time. I don't know, I can't tell you, maybe a third of a puzzle or at least a fourth of the puzzle I redid because it looked right and it turned out it wasn't. It started with this area here. Of course, first I did the edges, then the tubes and Mr. Mario and the writing, easy stuff. But the two brick areas, which again are also still easier than the black because at least you have the orientation, there were entire areas that looked like they fit in one direction, one position, and it turned out it was 180 degrees somewhere else. When you got to the black, again, just so many parts that looked like would go in one area, and they didn't. For example, I mean, that's how intimately I got to know this puzzle. Look at these two pieces here. I don't know if you can see them, these two pieces here. Feel free to pause the video, enlarge the image. This one and the one right above. One looks like an upside down triangle and locked onto this one. You may notice that there are two pieces right here that are almost exactly the same. That's how intimately I got to know this puzzle. It turns out these two pieces are almost the same shape as this one. It's almost impossible. They fit in those locations also, but if you put the two that are not right, then 12 pieces later you realize that the thing doesn't work. It happens all the time. So if you like a truly tough challenge, this puzzle may just work for you, may just give you that extra challenge there. But to me, this is not the right kind of fun challenge. So I solved it. Then I Mod Podged it, and it's the first time that as I turn a puzzle into a sturdy single piece of cardboard, I felt like I was punishing it, not just like preservation. Almost like, I guess I understand the hunters of big scary animals that then put the animal in taxidermy. At least here no beautiful exotic animal was hurt in the process, but I felt like I conquered this monster and now I'm gonna punish it by putting taxidermy with Mod Podge. Then I glued it on a piece of poster board, very simple, nothing fancy. On the other side, by the way, there is a paper map for wargaming, which I can still use as such, actually. And so, nothing fancy, but this will go on a stack of games, so it'll become a decoration for my game room. Not because it's cute. It's cute. It's pretty cute, but there are works of art from other puzzles that I think are more attractive. More like I look at it and I'll think, I defeated you. Because, again, the frustration of having to redo parts constantly was such, I think it's the first time ever that I'm solving a 1,000-piece puzzle and maybe 100 pieces were left and I was still considering giving up. Never happened before because I saw 100 pieces were left, but in truth, I didn't know how many were left. If I was 100 pieces or how many I would have to take down and redo again. Great value for your money, I guess, if you're on a budget, because it's gonna take you a long time to solve this one. Definitely is maybe the 1,000-piece puzzle that took me the longest. I gave up counting how many hours, but definitely more than 20 hours. But again, not because of the solving, but because of the redoing. The final image is fun, it's cute, but again, I don't know that it's worth the trouble, the pain. So, welcome to Warp Zone. Maybe the title is because how warped the whole experience is, how my mind felt warped. But it's a cute puzzle, but very, very difficult. And again, not because of the things that you can see or can imagine, because of the black, because of the weird shapes, but because of the loose fit. And loose fit plus weird shapes means, well, frustration. That's how I experienced the puzzle. So I'm not recommending it unless you really like frustration, and that, who am I to judge? So, welcome to Warp Zone. I'm glad I defeated it, but it wasn't all that fun doing it.